The second half of City SC versus Las Vegas Albion is underway. The current score is 1-0 in favor of City SC. Ball brought down by Tate over to the right-hand side, and it's going to be too much, and it will roll out of bounds, and it will be white goal kick. Las Vegas playing in white, and City SC playing in navy blue. Vegas kicks the ball over to the right-hand side. Will cutting off a passing lane, and the ball goes over to the left-hand side and kicked out of bounds by Caleb. White throwing in front of the City SC bench, throws the ball in. West putting immediate pressure on. The ball kicked up high. Josh jumping over the back, no foul called. The ball gets over to Nash. Nash is dislodged. White recovers the ball. And Brock gets a toe on it, but White emerges. White elects to reset the ball back to their keeper. And they kick it to midfield on the right-hand side. The ball brought down by Jason. Jason, his pass is intercepted by White. White now passing it down the line. It's going to roll out of bounds, called off the foot of Jason. It will be White throwing in front of their own bench. West blocks the shot from the back. Will trying to cut off the passing lane. Shot up high, wide right, headed away by Josh. Tate recovers the ball, launches it down the left-hand side, gets the ball over to J-Mo. J-Mo gets it to Will. Will keeps it, oh no, that's Jex. Jex back over to J-Mo. Keeps it inbounds on the left-hand side to Nash. Nash now approaching inside the box, one-on-one with the keeper. Blocked by the keeper. Ball immediately thrown out on the right-hand side for White. In pursuit, Caleb gets a toe on the ball. It's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be White throwing at midfield. White chooses to throw the ball back. Will cuts off the passing lane. Ball brought down by Wes. White recovers the ball, passes on the right-hand side. White now in front of their own bench in the attacking third. Puts the ball down on the right-hand side. White just outside the box, and White is called offsides. Jason puts the ball into Josh puts the ball in play over to Jason. His pass is intercepted. White recovering. Now Caleb emerges with the ball with a nice tackle. Caleb looking for a runner inside the box. Too heavy of a touch. The keeper gets the ball out. Will gets the ball. One-handed stop by the Albion keeper. It was almost a karate move. White now with control of the ball, bringing it up on the right-hand side. Nash dislodges the ball. Nash brings it over to the left to looking for Caleb. Caleb looking to cross the ball. Caleb trips up, and that ball is going to roll out of bounds, and it is called blue throw-in. Nash throws the ball over to West immediately. Ball dislodged, and that ball is going to roll out of bounds, and it is called blue. Nash to Wes. Wes to Will. Will looking to turn on the inside. Ball kicked over, deflected by White, and now cleared out by White. Brock on defense. Gonna get there and chips the ball over to Bryce. Bryce launches the ball up to midfield. Brought down by White. And that ball, kicked by White, rolls out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for blue. Tate throws the ball in, gets the ball to J-Mo. J-Mo back to Tate. Tate gets the ball up to Will. Will still with possession. A nice Maradona move by Will. Will still with the ball. Wes gets a toe on the ball, but White is going to emerge with possession. White passes it back to their defensive line. White cycling through. And White passing it up on the right-hand side. White, their ball cleared by Brock, but White remains in possession. Ball lobbed up at the top, and that ball is headed out by Brock, and then a move. White shoots, and ball cleared out by Josh. Will gets a toe on it, and White is going to let that ball roll out of bounds. It will be White throw-in. Ball thrown in. Jex gets a toe on it. Jex. Tate now on defense with the tackle. Ball dislodged. Tate intercepts the ball. Tate with a couple gets it over to Nash. Nash cuts through. Nash beats a player, beats two players. Too heavy of a touch. White gets a toe on the ball. Blue is going to emerge with it. Caleb slows down, picks it up at midfield, looking for different options, centers it over to JMO. That pass is intercepted by White. And a foul called against Wes for pushing. White puts the ball down quickly. Wes intercepts that pass. Wes gets the ball over to Caleb. Caleb up the ball, up the left-hand side to Will. Will has some time. He's got runners. Puts the ball over to Caleb, and that ball is going to roll out of bounds, and the call is goal kick for White. White kicks the ball on the right-hand side. And White is able to bring that ball down in front of the city bench. Nash getting a toe in there. Ball dislodged. Caleb comes up with it. Caleb back over to Nash. Nash to Jason. Jason has time. Puts the ball in the center to JMO, who has immediately pressured JMO to Jason. Back over to JMO. JMO switches the field over to the right-hand side over to Tate. Tate has some time, covered by a man, cuts on the inside. Tate moving in on the inside more, puts the ball up on the left, no runner there, blocked by White, and White now with possession of the ball at midfield. Brock dislodges the ball, gets the ball over to JMO. JMO swings the ball over to Nash. Nash looking for a runner, trying to get to Will or Caleb, cleared out by White, and Jason lets that ball roll through, and he's gonna let the ball roll out of bounds and throw it in just before midfield. Jason to Nash, back to Jason, down the line to Caleb to Nash. Nash working the field to Caleb. Caleb's pass intercepted and stuffed. Jason gets the ball down the line. His pass to Nash is intercepted, and then he gets it to Nash again and unable to control the ball. It'll be White throwing directly in front of City's bench. Jason gets a thigh on the ball, goes past the head of a White player. White now, Brock gets a toe to JMO, to Nash, to JMO. Now Caleb on the outside box, and he shoots, and it's too high, wide left. Ball passed over to the left-hand side for White. Jack's putting on the afterburners. Tate comes out with the ball, gets the ball over to Will. Will over to JMO. JMO takes a touch. No foul called there. White passes back to their keeper. JMO still down on the ground. And the ref calls a whistle. And he's checking out JMO. JMO seems to be nursing his hand, or not exactly sure. He seems to be nursing his right wrist a little bit. And the play is going to resume. Tate throws the ball in to Wes. Wes at the top of the box puts it up to JMO. JMO now inside the box to Jex. That ball dislodged and cleared out by White. It'll be blue throw in right by the corner flag. Tate throws the ball down the line, gets it to Nash. Nash tries to get the ball cleared out by White. Ball, Jamo to Nash, to Jamo inside the box. Jamo looking for options, decides to pass it back over to Tate. Tate has a couple of times, left-footed shot, crosses it over. Bicycle attempt by Will, man point for him, and a shot by Wes. Will wanted to make the MLS Instagram highlight reel for the week. Got to give him credit for trying. And a errant pass there. White recovers. Jason with the ball. White now with the ball. White attacking from the right-hand side. Josh comes up with the ball, gets it over to Jamo. Jamo back to Nash. Ball dislodged. Nash all ball. Crosses it on the left-hand side. He's looking for a runner to Jackson. Ball cleared out by the Albion keeper. And it will be recovered by Tate. Tate elects to pass the ball back to Bryce. Bryce, with no pressure, switches the field over to the left-hand side, gets the ball over to Jason. Jason having plenty of time in front of the white bench. Jason passed the ball down the line to Caleb, back over to Jason. Jason touches it to Jamo, is immediately pressured over to Jason. Jason loses the ball. White now with the ball in midfield. White now approaching their attacking third on the right-hand side. Wes emerges with the ball crossing midfield on the left-hand side. Wes working on the inside, trying to pass it on the inside, no runner there. And the Albion keeper, busy as ever, passes the ball over to his left-hand side. Albion building up from the back, pushing into the midfield. White with the ball on the right-hand side now in front of their own bench. They have a runner, Josh, on defense just on the outside of the box. Josh blocks with his legs, and that ball is kicked. It will be rolled out of bounds and called a City SC goal kick. Bryce, short pass to Josh. Josh, over to Jason. Jason passes the ball down the left-hand side to Will, and it's going to roll out of bounds, and it'll be a White throw-in. White's throw-in. Nash tried to get there, went through his legs. White now with the ball on the right-hand side. Nash using his body, dislodging the ball. White recovers. White recycles amongst their defense. Jex putting pressure immediately, causing White to recycle again and switch things up amongst the back line. White passes back to their keeper. Will trying to get in and cut off the passing lane. White on the left-hand side. White still with the ball crossing midfield, puts it into the center. Ball cleared over to the right-hand side, and Jason is able to tow that ball out of bounds. It will be White throw-in in their attacking third. Nash using his body, shields the ball away, gets it to Jason. Jason gets the ball over to Caleb. Caleb puts the ball up down the line. That pass intended for Jax was intercepted. Caleb is called to have a handball.
Give us the advantage on that.
The second time he stopped her.
Caleb was on the dead.
And a foul called against White. It will be a free kick pretty much in front of their own bench. Looks like it'll be Weston who will be taking the kick. Signal given. Ball up high into the middle, and it's going to go wide left and scooped up by the Albion keeper, who immediately rolls it to his right-hand side. White plays it more into the center. West immediately there. Nash tries to cut off the passing lane. That ball didn't connect, and Josh comes up with the ball, passes it over, and an errant pass, a miscommunication there. Josh gets a toe on it again, but White maintains possession of the ball. The ball kicked too far, and Bryce will let the ball roll into the box and passes it up to J-Mo. J-Mo looking for options. He passes it back over to Tate. Tate with some time, gets it to J-Mo. J-Mo now looking for different options, gets it to Tate. Tate crossing midfield, over the head to to Will, and that ball will be cleared out by the Albion keeper and into the stands. It will be blue throw-in, approaching their attacking third. Tate throws the ball over to West. West back over to Tate. Tate gets the ball over to J-Mo. J-Mo now bringing it into the center, switches it over to Jax on the right-hand side, inside the box. He crosses the ball over to Will, and it just went wide right. Oh! Will's had a brace of near misses.
Good ball movement.
Great ball movement by City SC. They want to convert and increase their lead. Nash gets through the ball, and that ball is cleared out by White. Brought down by White on the left-hand side. Jack's trying to get a toe on it. Tate gets a toe. Brought down by White, and White launches it on the left-hand side. Brock heads the ball over, and it will roll to Bryce, who is able to scoop it up. Bryce rolls it over to the left-hand side to Jason. Jason gets the ball over to Caleb. Caleb puts the ball over to center to West. West one touches it over to Josh. Josh with some time switches things over to the other side to Brock. Brock to Tate. Tate one touches it. Gets the ball over to Jax. Jax. That ball is out of bounds and is called in favor of blue. Tate throws the ball into West. West to Tate. Tate with some time gets the ball over to the right-hand side, inside the box, touched by White. And Will leaves the ball. Jack's now outside the box, looking to turn it on the inside, gets it over to Caleb. But White gets there first, a miscommunication between the two. White now pressing. Josh brings the ball down, chested by Nash. Nash in the center. Nash brings the ball over to J-Mo. J-Mo cuts in, and his pass is intercepted by White. J-Mo comes up with the ball again. J-Mo now approaching the top of the box, shoots, and it goes high, wide right.
It's a skinnier section.
Are they part of the thing?
No, they're not part of it.
Ball kicked up high, brought down by Wes. Nobody with clear possession at the moment. Brock gets a toe on it, kicks it back to Bryce. Bryce swings the ball over to Tate on the right-hand side. Tate passes the ball up to J-Mo. J-Mo crossing midfield, immediately pressured, gets the ball over to Jax. Jax cuts inside just a little bit, and that ball is dislodged and kicked out of bounds by White. It'll be another blue throw-in.
Let's go! Come on! City, let's go! Come on, boys!
Tate throws the ball to West, back over to Tate. Tate down the line just a little bit, gets the ball over to Will. Will takes a touch and uses his body somehow. White emerging with the ball. Ball blocked and a foul called against Jax. It will be White free kick deep in their own territory. Ball kicked down the left-hand side of the line. It will be picked up by Tate. Tate dislodged, no foul called. And Brock clears the ball over to the midfield, brought down by White. White now with possession of the ball, switches it over to the right-hand side. Caleb trying to cut off the passing lane. Nash trying to get in on that action. And White intercepted by Will. Will gets the ball to J-Mo. J-Mo looking for Will on the left-hand side. Will inside the box, winds up and shoots. Ball crosses right in front of Jackson. It will be a White goal kick. And the head ref reverses the call, and it will be a City SC corner kick. And call reversed again. It will be White's goal kick. Ball put into play high on the left-hand side, headed away by Wes, over to J-Mo. J-Mo, bicycle kicks it over to Jax. Jax inside the box, crosses it, nobody there. Caleb kicks the ball, it's deflected by White, and it will be a corner kick this time. Caleb looking for the brace.
Keep working, boys, let's go.
Brock, the last man of defense, as is Jason. J-Mo gives the signal. Ball up high and into the center, headed by Will, and it will be White goal kick. Some substitutions right now for City SC.
I know, he's like so determined. He's like up, downside.
He even tried riding a bike.
Butted it.
Looks like Wes coming off.
10 apples up on top.
Henry coming on. Tate coming off. Wadi coming on. And Sebass coming on.
Good job, boys.
Let's go, City! Right shoulder.
White with possession of the ball on the right-hand side in their defensive third. Caleb is able to head that ball down. Brody gets the ball to Caleb, and that ball is cleared out by White. White will maintain possession of the ball. J-Mo gets it over to Will on the left-hand side, just outside of the box. Will looking to cross it in. He does. No runner, though. The ball stays inbounds. Gets it to J-Mo. J-Mo chips it up at the top. Wadi now gets it to the ball, blocked by White. And a jump by Sebass, colliding with the goalie. No foul called. The ball immediately played on the left-hand side. White taking advantage of the ball. Brock gets nutmegs the player, gets it over to Henry. Henry taps it back to Brock, but intercepted by White. White now with the ball in midfield, looking to play it on the right-hand side, and they do. White down the line on the right, stuffed by Caleb. Jason gets the ball, trying to pass it down to Will on the left. Will emerges with it, and that ball is out of bounds. Called to be White ball. White throws the ball in immediately. Caleb pressures. Will gets a toe on the ball. Brody gets it over to Will. Will puts it down the line to Sebass, and just too heavy, and the Albion keeper is able to snag it up, plays it over on the left-hand side. White gets the ball to midfield. Brody tries to get a toe on it, but White maintains possession. White now cycling back amongst their defense. Ball in the keeper at the keeper's feet. Keeper assessing the field, plays it up in the middle. That pass is deflected by Brody. Nice chest by White, and they play it down the line. A nice back heel flick by White. White still in possession. Henry gets a toe on it. White, ball is called out of bounds, and it will be a White throw in front of their own bench. No, a foul was called, and it will be a free kick in front of their own bench. Ball brought down and cleared out by Wadi. Wadi launches the ball, trying to get to Sebass. Sebass gets a toe on it, no foul called, and it rolls out of bounds.
Sure that was clean?
There's no ball!
We didn't even touch the ball.
No, not the soccer ball.
There's no ball!
Only got player.
Parents wanting a foul, claiming that the Vegas player did not touch the ball at all. No call. Wadi throws the ball into Will. Will gets the ball over to Wadi. Wadi now puts it up in the center over the head of the white player, and ball cleared out by White. It is going to be City's throw in at midfield.
Yeah.
Wadi throws the ball into Jamo. Jamo back heels, pass is intercepted, deflected, and it will be White throwing at midfield.
Go, go, go.
Brock cuts off the player, gets a toe on it. Josh cuts off the player and passes up on the left-hand side in the center. And White emerges with the ball there. Henry trying to get in on using his body. White still with the ball. White now in the attacking third on the right-hand side and is called offsides. Josh taking the free kick, gets the ball over to Brody. Brody takes a few paces up, lobs the ball, pass is deflected, recovered by Jamo. Jamo still with the ball on the left-hand side. Looking for options, too heavy of a touch, and that ball is cleared out by White. It will be called deflected by White, deflected by Blue, and a substitute for Blue. It looks like Gabe is coming on and Will coming off. Jamo headers the ball over to Sebass. Sebass gets the ball over to Gabe. Gabe, that ball is cleared, brought down by Caleb. Caleb approaching, sandwiched by two players. Jamo now with the ball. Jamo gets the ball in the box and it will roll to the Albion keeper. Brock heads the ball down, recovered by White. Sebass trying to get in on that. Puts some pressure, comes away with the tackle. Sebass now on the right-hand side. Looking for options, cuts inside, and that ball is touched by White and should be a Blue throw in. Blue throws the ball into Henry. Henry dislodged, and White emerges with the ball. Wadi deflects the ball, and that ball is cleared out. Into the stands it goes. It will be Blue throw in midfield. Wadi throws the ball into Brody. Brody pass intercepted by White. White now on the attack. White in midfield lobs the ball up too hard, and it will roll into the arms of Bryce. Bryce immediately rolls the ball over to the right-hand side to Wadi. Wadi pressure from behind, gets the ball over to Sebass. Sebass keeps the ball down the line, crossing midfield, scissors move, tries to pass, and that pass is deflected. Wadi comes up with it, and that ball is going to roll out of bounds, and it will be White throw in just past midfield. White throws the ball into the center. Emerges with the ball after Sebass and Henry try to get in on that action. Jamo gets the ball, no foul called there. Jamo gets the ball up over to Caleb on the left-hand side. Caleb now approaching the box. Caleb inside the box, tries to cut inside, dislodged by White. Caleb using his body, and White clears the ball out. White dancing along the right-hand side line. Caleb trying to put pressure, and that ball is going to roll out of bounds. It'll be called Blue throw-in. Caleb to Brody. Brody still with the ball, and that ball is going to be scooped up on the line by the Albion keeper. White drop kicks the ball past midfield. Josh is able to get the ball, and Jamo down again. Henry recovers the ball. Henry gets the ball over to Sebass. Sebass over to Henry, and Henry over to Wadi. Wadi to Henry. Henry on the right-hand side to Sebass. Sebass in the attacking third, crosses the ball up high over the center. Look at brought down by Brody. Brody toe taps it over, tried to get it to Gabe. Gabe dancing, shoots. No, blocked by White. White clears the ball outside of the box. White clears it past midfield and it will roll out of bounds. It will be a City SC throw in just before midfield. Wadi off camera throws the ball over to Brock. Brock keeps it in bounds. No, the call was reversed, not in bounds. And White throws the ball in. Josh recovers that ball, swings it over to Jason. Jason on the left-hand side, looking for options. Gets it over to Caleb. No foul called there as a White player just slid in. Caleb to Jamo, Jamo to Henry. Henry now crossing midfield, swings it over to Wadi. Wadi one touches it, tried to get it up, a miscommunication. Gabe recovers with the ball, makes a turn on the inside, swings it over to Sebass. Sebass puts it in the center to Brody. Brody topping on the top of the box. Brody swings it over and shoots on the ground and scooped up again by the Albion keeper. White's now on the right-hand side. In the attacking third, gets past a player, and Brock clears that ball out of bounds. Was it touched by White? No. It will be White throw in their attacking third. White throws the ball in. Josh called with a foul, so this will be a set piece here for Las Vegas. White is about 6 or 7 yards outside of the box. A one-man wall from Jason. And White packing in as many players as they can into the box. Signal given. Ball up high, wide, punched out by Bryce, and then cleared out by Sebass. Sebass, his pass. It will be recovered by White, and then he gets his own pass there up to Gabe. Gabe on the left-hand side. That ball will be kicked by White, and it should be a blue throw-in at midfield. Jason throws the ball back to Josh. Josh back up to Jason. Jason putting it up in the center to Brody. Brody immediately challenged, gets it over to Sebass. Sebass over to Brody. Brody now in the attacking third, gets it. Tried miscommunication there. And White's keeper kicks it to the right-hand side. Recovered by Sebass to Brody. Tried to get to Gabe. White intercepts. Josh switches things over to the right-hand side to Henry, immediately pressured. Henry breaks a tackle, gets the ball up to Gabe, Gabe to Brody. Brody is called offsides. And Brody was called offsides just a few meters in front of the 18-yard line. Ball up high, headed by Josh, brought down by White. Jamo comes up with the ball. White clears that pass. White now in the attacking third. Brock gets a body on it, gets the ball to Josh, now to Jamo. Jamo crossing midfield, swings it over to the right-hand side, over to Caleb. Caleb approaching the box on the top right corner, cuts inside instead. Looking for a brace, he swings it over to the other side, brought down by Sebass. Sebass now shoots and scores. The score is now 2-0. Sebass with, I believe, his first goal of the season.
No kidding.
The team learned from their first half mistake and decided not to do a ridiculous celebration.
on, boys. Sebastian.
The score is now 2-0 in the final 5 or so minutes of that second half. White kicking off, passing it back, and kicking it down the right-hand side of the line. That ball is picked up by Josh. Josh tries to get it over to Sebass, but it was deflected out by White. It will be blue throw-in front of their own bench. Blue to J-Mo, to Brody. Down the line to Gabe. That pass is intercepted. Picked up by Josh. Josh is tackled and cleared out by Brock. Josh picks up that pass there. J-Mo settles the ball down and gets it on the left-hand side to Brody. Brody breaks the tackle. Brody on the left-hand side gets it over to Sebass. Sebass puts it in the center to Gabe. Gabe, oh, cleared out by White. And it will be blue throw-in at midfield. Jason throws the ball down the line to J-Mo. No, Sebass. Sebass, that ball towed out by White. It will be another blue throw-in their attacking third. J-Mo is going to throw the ball in. J-Mo calling his players in closer and now telling him to stay far back. Now he's telling him to get even farther inside the box. J-Mo heaving it into the center. Gabe brings it down, cleared out by White. Jason getting possession of the ball and shoots, and it'll go wide right. Vegas plays the ball on the left-hand side, plays back to their keeper. Gabe maintaining pressure. Ball brought down by J-Mo on the left. No, that was Sebass. Sebass now to J-Mo. J-Mo trying to put it in the inside. J-Mo with the ball in the far corner. Looking to cut. He gets the ball on the baseline, gets through, and the ball will roll out of bounds, and the call is corner kick. City looking like they're going to play short this time. Signal given. Ball kicked up far on the right-hand side. Out of the hands of the keeper. No runner on the right-hand side. Ball will be picked up by Brody. Brody cuts to the right. Now looking to put it in the center. Gets it over to Caleb. Caleb in the box. 1-2. And not on the same page with Brody. He would have been offsides anyway. And substitute for City SC. Zack is coming on. And unclear who's coming off right now. And J-Mo will be coming off. Vegas kicks the ball on the right-hand side, brought down by Brody. White with possession of the ball. Crossing midfield into the center. Henry getting some pressure on there. Ball blocked by Josh. Josh cycles the ball back over to Brock. Brock immediately on pressure swings it over to Wadi on the right-hand side. Wadi puts it more in the center over to Sebass. Sebass over to... not sure exactly what that was, but it was by Caleb. And ball drop kick by White. And brought down. Josh brings control, gets the ball over to Brody. Brody over to Zack on the left-hand side. Zack dispossessed. And Brody now with the ball after the pass from Jason. White emerges with the ball. Ball kicked up far, headed down by Brock. Henry gets the ball over to Wadi. Wadi crossing midfield on the right-hand side. Wadi to Caleb, to Wadi. That pass intercepted. Henry comes up with the ball at midfield. Tries to get the ball over to Zack. Zack is called offsides. I'm not sure why. Ball still with play. And Zack, not sure, the linesman was waving his flag, not sure what the call was. Brock brings the ball over, gets the ball to Zack. Zack heads the ball down the left line. It will be recovered by White. And White on the right-hand side and emerging with the ball, no foul called there. White, their pass is intercepted by Jason, and a foul called against White there.
Gotta stop. It's now becoming this thing where stop the cycle.
Josh takes the kick on the left-hand side, gets it over to Zack. Zack puts the ball over to Gabe. Gabe at the top of the box. Gabe recovers, looking for options, puts it in the center to Sebass. Sebass looking for different options, puts it over to Wadi. Wadi bringing it more in the center. Now scoots over to the right-hand side, inside the box. The ball a little bit too heavy. He cuts off his man, still at the ball. Down the line, puts it in, right in front of him, and rolls out of bounds. Unlucky. Ball put back into play on the left-hand side for White. White crosses in front of their own goal. Gabe trying to get there. That pass is intercepted by Brody. Brody now inside the box now, tackled. And White with the ball on the right-hand side in their defensive third, trying to make it to midfield. And that ball is kicked out of bounds. It will be blue throw-in. And a substitute for White. Jason throws the ball down the line to Zack. Zack back over to Jason. Jason gets the ball over to Brody. Brody now has some space and time. Gets the ball up over to Henry. Henry chips the ball up and is cleared away by White. That ball is going to be scooped up. No, it will be rolls out of bounds by Wadi. Wadi throws it into Caleb. Caleb centers the ball. It bounces into the arms of the Albion keeper. Ball drop kicked, headed down by Josh, recovered by Brody. Brody over to Wadi. Wadi puts it back over to Brody in the center. Brody over to Henry in the middle. Henry tries to get it to Sebass. Sebass at the top over to Gabe, and it just went wide right.
You're right there, Jack. Keep with it, buddy. Daddy.
The ball was called goal kick, but some confusion. Could have been a corner, and the referees are going to take a moment to consult one another. And the call is goal kick. Ball kicked over on the right-hand side. Nice touch by White. White now putting it in the center. Ball dislodged by Jason. White still with the ball, though. Jason finally gets the tackle, and it rolls out of bounds. It will be White throw in at midfield. Nice backheel pass by White. It's recovered and scooped up by Brock. Sebass gets a toe on that one and comes out with the ball. Sebass slows things down, puts it back in the center over to Brody. Brody immediately pressured from behind, looking for different options, sends it over to Wadi on the right-hand side. Wadi takes it, brings several steps up on the right-hand side, toes back, puts it back over in the center to Brody. Brody cuts up in the middle, not pressured at all, and then dislodged. Caleb comes up with the ball. Ball brought down. Gabe at the top of the box and cleared out by White. Jason tries to get a toe on it, and White now with the advantage on the right-hand side. They decided to slow it down, put it to the midfielders, and Sebass comes out with the ball. Gabe now gives it over to the left-hand side. On the left, Sebass No, that's Zack. Zack emerges with the ball. Zack now entering the box. Zack still with the ball. One-on-one with the keeper. He toes it, headed away and cleared. Kept by the Albion keeper. And now let's see, White bringing the ball up on the right-hand side. And the ball is picked up by White at the top of the box. Swung over. White trying to put together a play. Wadi trying to cut off the pass. Wadi clears the ball over on the left-hand side. White throws the ball into the box, headed away, and into the arms of Josh. And that is the final whistle. The score 2-0 for City SC.